Oh, thank you, Chair. Yeah, I'm going to state what I stated a few minutes ago, and that is, when we have incentives, necessarily it's going to help one person over the other. That's what an incentive is. It's to attract that kind of person, whatever it is, whether it be a person or in what's happening, say, like with Amazon today, is we've got cities that are throwing out incentives because they want them, because they understand that they're going to get something back for it, and there's incentives there because they know they're going to get economic development back into their communities. It's not unjust. That's how you attract. That's how you use economic development. And I think our assessor brought that out really clearly just now. It's very, very difficult to understand what your ROI is on that. There's something, as Terry said, that you just know you have to use some common sense here. And that's what I'm trying to grapple with, because when I look at the numbers, I feel the same way. I go, oh my gosh, we're losing a lot here in our special districts, and our schools are losing a lot. Yet there's a lot of people that aren't here at the table today, and I believe because there's a lot of softness that's not in those numbers that we need to think about. We need to use our common sense and understand that that's just the black and white, what they can quantify from our lost revenue from property taxes, but that's not what brings everybody back into our community. That's not the economic development side of it. That's not the incentive side of it. There's incentives that are built in when you have somebody buy a house. A lot of this conversation has been around the fact that they think that house is getting sold no matter what. Maybe it didn't. We don't know. We don't understand. That takes that common sense of understanding. Is every single one of those homes that sold, would that have been sold no matter what? That incentive wasn't there? The whole idea of us having this incentive is a conversation I recall last year. Is let's see what happens in 5 years. Does it help our communities? It's still very hard to quantify that. And yet in my heart, I think when you have an economic incentive, you need to let it work. That's why we were going to give this 5 years and try to see what happened, because it's very easy in 1 year to look at these numbers and say it's not working. But we're not getting all the numbers there. We have to let it work. We don't understand. Yes, we're in this great upturn with our real estate. What happens if that goes bad next year? We're going to want to incentivize again. And to continually go up and down and around. I think, as our assessor said, that this is something we need to understand, we need to do in our communities, in our county, and that is stick with your economic development. Understand that it is helpful and that it's not always quantifiable. And that's just the way I feel about this. I think this is important, and I feel that understanding housing, where we're at, we still need more housing. People may not like to hear that, but we need more housing. So if it incentivizes more housing, that our market, that's a good thing, and I think we should continue it.